Jeremiah is the world's biggest baseball fan, and he knows just about everything there is to know about the game.
I'm probably 12 years old. That's what the doctors think. And I could have been born anywhere, but it was most likely Indianapolis, Indiana.
But a heart problem makes it impossible for him to play the game he loves. Jeremiah decides being a coach is the next best thing. The problem is there isn't much of a call for a 12-year-old coach. Until he and his adopted dad, Walt, moved to Hillcrest, a town known for its championship high school baseball team.
Walt taught me that when someone decides not to give up on you, it's proof positive that you better not give up on yourself.
When a scandal hits town, Hillcrest is ready to give up on baseball. Can Jeremiah get the town and the team back in the game?
Baby eagles don't know they're eagles right away. They've got to be taught all that they can do, and then they can soar.
Read Soar by Joan Bauer.
The setting for this novel is a very important one for me, though it may not be a familiar one to many of the readers. And it's an old dairy farm. It's a farm that actually exists, that I've been to with my students many times, where this family has committed to a very simple life, a life where they're not worried about money, a life where they are very thoughtful about how they're going to use technology. Joseph is a character who has a lot going on inside, but very little going on in terms of expressiveness. He doesn't want to talk. He doesn't want to say, here's how I feel. And in his life, he does have this beautiful child of which he has seen only once, and in a picture. He has one picture of this child. And in some ways, this is a story about a young boy, too, who has lost the first person in his life that he loves powerfully. When Joseph comes into this world, he's never met a family like this. Most people haven't. He's never imagined standing next to a cow and milking. He's never imagined, even in his life, just sitting down to a meal together, a family sitting down to a meal and eating together regularly every day. He's never had that. The narrator of the story, though, is very young. He's 12, but he's a very innocent and naive 12. Plus, he's an only kid on a farm. And suddenly there's another kid who's just 2 years older than him. How cool is that? That he can have this guy just to be someone to hang around with, that they can have snowball fights, that they can walk to school together, that they can go and feed the cows and the horses, that they can milk together. I mean, all the things that you would imagine are more pleasurable done together, he now has available to him. I think there's quite a few books out that deal with, again, with this sort of relationship, with the loss of a child. There's not that many, I think, that deal seriously with a father's yearning for a young child. If there is a message, if there is a theme, I suppose it would be that power of love and its ability to reach across.
Hey Cameron, are you coming to class?
At Sycamore Middle School, Cameron Boxer was a nobody, and he made every effort to make sure it stayed that way.
Okay kids, turn your book to page 47.
His life was all about video games. His biggest goal, to win the rule-the-world gaming competition. And he wasn't gonna let anything get in his way.
Cameron, let's go. We're gonna be late.
But when his gaming became too much, his parents insist that he join a school club, or else. So he created his own, a fake club. But Cameron never expected that his fake club would be the very thing threatening his slacker lifestyle, and that a beaver would be a big part of it. From best-selling author Gordon Corman comes Slacker, the hilarious story of a kid who set out to do as little as possible and ended up achieving the impossible.
Breaking news.
Do not try to leave the building. This will all be over shortly. Quarantine was was enacted and enforced by the National Guard early this morning.